Talk to the hand reviews.
Hello, my name is Mitzi Handsome. Now I know you might not recognize me just yet because I don't have my makeup on. But very soon you are going to witness the transformation by the beautiful Elizabeth Arden Cosmetic Company to transform my simple visage into something very special. So if you would like to see me get my face made up with very prestigious Elizabeth Arden Cosmetic products, please stay tuned, and I really hope you will. Sugar Bean. Mwah! I look forward to seeing you to watch my makeover.
Hello! Oh, wow, I can't believe you're here again. It is so super cool of you to be here again. I changed some things around. I did a lot of reviewing of the stuff that I've done in the past, and I'm just trying to make it better, and I'm trying to make it more watchable for myself. And I'm having a lot of fun. I'm having, I really wasn't sure if I was going to be able to handle it, but I think that it's more fun than not so far. But of course, I'll keep you updated if you hang around, and thank you very much for hanging around. Could you please, by the way, please help Mitzi out? Like, subscribe, slap the bell for notifications, and leave a comment. Otherwise known as holler. I'm gonna use a little bit of this. I love to mix extremely different colors, like this e.l.f. Maple tan with golden olive undertones. I like to use this one a lot for just to give a bit of warmth, because it's a nice warm dark, and I think that there we go. I think that mixing this with a lot of my other stuff that's lighter works really well for me. And I really don't know why companies don't do that. Don't do like it makes sense to me that you're just not gonna find your color anyways unless you mix. Like, no matter who it is, like 24, 38, whatever colors you are. I'm gonna mix it with this Maybelline Dream Urban Cover. And let's see, I'm gonna mix these together and see what I get. It's a little bit different every time, but I just keep working on it until I get what I like. So I'm already moisturized and everything. Oh, that's nice, actually. That is nice. Oh, wow. By the way, I'm already wearing my pink hibiscus ingredients, Woolzies. It's tinted lippy. That's what I have on right now. Next one I'll probably change it. Make you look a little deep down here, but anyhow. So yeah, I'm just gonna put this all over. It's giving me a little bit of color. Normally I'd go lighter, a little bit lighter, but I like it. It's springtime. Spring has sprung. Spring has sprung, and like, things are busting out all over, honey. So that's good. That's nice. What are you doing for spring? Anything special? Do you plant like bulbs outside, or do you have like a balcony that you do seeds and stuff? I always have done that, like, because I've lived in like apartments with balconies and little outdoor areas and nothing where you just had a window, and I've always had fun and gotten a lot of enjoyment out of planting just simple little seeds and enjoying them. So what I kind of want to focus on today is I showed the Elizabeth Arden Blockbuster kit, which I was super excited about, and I'm still super excited about, and really, really enjoying. I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit. That's alright, doesn't matter. It's all a learning experience. And that's the thing about life, is if you don't, you regret the thing you don't do, the thing you don't try to do that you wanted to do for yourself, for your life, for your experience. I think. I mean, I didn't make that up. I mean, I've read that lots of places. But, yeah, so I wanted to talk a little bit about Making Faces by the amazing late Kevin Aucoin. I'm probably saying that wrong. And Aucoin. No, that's how you say it. Kevin Aucoin. Who was a huge influence to me when I was young and before I started working behind the counter in cosmetics, and was like one of the few resources that you could find back in the day, because nobody knew, and especially not me. I felt like an oddball person out. By the way, before I get started, I'm going to take off my rings and I'm going to put on a little Body Shop. I love Body Shop products. Oh my gosh, because you just don't have to worry about you know, cruelty free and all of that. And I don't know if you've ever used their body butters. What do they call them now? Body Shop. I think they still call them body butters. I gotta stop wrinkling my face when I body butter. I think it's called body butter. Oh, do they not call it now? Instant Glow Body Butter. This one's called British Rose, and it's just an ongoing one. I bought the big one. I had a little one first, but I use these all the time as after shower moisturizers, and they're more moisturizing, I think, than a lot of body moisturizers are. For people who are, like, some people call this, oh, this is really cheap. It's not really cheap for me, honey. Like, I mean, I forget how much this was, but I'm sure I got this on a sale, because, you know, I love luxury and I love simplicity, but I don't want to be, I don't want to be talked out of anything that I don't want to spend. And I don't think that that doesn't mean that I don't spend money for what I want if I can afford it. But most of the time, like, I'm always trying to save money. So the luxury that I do have, I acquire by, you know, a lot of different means. You know, I'm just really careful with my money. Being an artist, like, I think a lot of artists know that when you do project to project things, that you, alright, now you can see more screens. You can see screens and a book cover. That's good. Okay. Forgive me. Anywho, so, yeah, Kevin Aucoin, he, before I worked in cosmetics and I was going to the library, this was back before anybody knew that anybody loved makeup. I'm telling you, everybody made me feel so stuck up when I worked behind the counter. Like, I had no idea that people liked doing that too. Like, I know that, you know, there's always a market for makeup, but I really didn't realize what the market. I mean, I can't believe what people do now. And I'm not a cosmetic artist. I did do cosmetic artistry. I did makeovers and stuff, and I did in college. I studied theatrical cosmetics and some things like that. But I wasn't, a dedicated cosmetic artist. I'm a musician and a singer, and I do a lot of different things like that. I'm a writer, and but I love cosmetics. But I didn't want to. I worked in it for about 10 years off and on, and I just didn't. I always wanted to work, and I wanted to do other things too. So it wasn't my main focus. But lo and behold, the world loves it, and I've done a lot of those things I wanted to do, and so, like, my goodness, like, now we're all at home, and here's my excuse to play with makeup, even though we're not really going out. It's not unusual anymore for people to do this stuff. it's common. So anyhow, I'm sorry. I just get talking and talking. And yeah, so Kevin Aucoin, this book, if you're not familiar with it, oh my gosh, it's so good. And I mean, I also want to tell you too that, like, don't feel bad about going to the library to get some of these great resources and use them. You don't have to buy everything. I think what I'm going to do, have you ever seen this e.l.f. foundation palette? Sorry, this is contour palette. It's really awesome. It's cream. And, you know, I've tried to use brushes for this stuff, but I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my fingers the way I almost always have. I'm just going to do a little bit of contour, a little more. I'm not going out. This is just for us. I see I'm a little dark. Oh, I didn't turn my little makeup mirror on. There we go. I got this cool little makeup mirror at the Canadian store called Dollarama. Oops, I'm getting it on my things. It's perfect for my needs, and I've been looking around for something appropriate. And that's too much. So I'm just going for a little bit more of a severe, I think, thing than usual. I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this. I don't know how much battery power I have. Oh, ladybug, no. Anyways. So let's see, this is what we used to do, but now I think maybe I don't want to accentuate this, right? So I'm relearning a lot of this stuff. I think what we do now a lot of times is just kind of cover all this up and pull it up like that. See, that is flattering. That's more flattering when you're trying to disguise. There's almost nothing, it's so hard to do anything about this little guy. But just like putting it all, making it all tan. And if I were maybe a little slimmer, it would not be so prominent. But I don't want to talk about being heavy because I don't want that to be the subject of my channel. I want fun and makeup to be the subject. But it is true that my whole life I've had weight issues and I've always had to deal with it. And now I feel like I'm a lot better than I was when I was younger because I basically just try to keep to a low carb type situation, and as soon as I started doing that, my health improved. I feel like I was sick when I was young so much, and I had a good home life. My mom, it was just me and my mom, but I didn't ever know a day where I wasn't sure that my mom was coming home from work, and I never wondered where was dinner coming from, or I never wondered about, you know, anything like that some people do, even people with families. My mom was really, really awesome like that. She totally took care of us. She took care of us like all by herself pretty much. You know, like, I feel bad even saying pretty much because it was her. It was all her. There were a couple times though that we stayed with my aunts' families, and they really helped, and that was a big deal for us because it helped us move. You don't need to know all my backstory, nor do you want to. But anyhow, yeah, go ahead and like see if you can get that making faces. It's got so much great advice for a lot of the basic stuff. I think it's confusing probably people now looking at that's pretty cool, and it's got this really nice highlighter too that I'll probably come back and work with that, but I think for now I'm not going to do that yet. So maybe I should stop talking. If I stop talking and put the makeup on, then maybe later on I'll fast forward it, because I sort of feel like, well, I keep talking and I don't do the makeup, and then so much time has gone by. What is it now, like how many times? It's like 15 minutes already. I've hardly done makeup. I'm sorry, but I need to get a drink of my decaf. I got this awesome little mirror at the Canadian dollar store. Did I tell you? I did tell you. But look at it. It's great. $4. And it has this little light on it. It takes AAA batteries, but I will say the light is quite dim. But what I love about this little thing, is I was just looking for something this size so that I could do these videos, and it would just be just enough and sit high enough for me And it's perfect, and it was $4. And I looked around. I looked at thrift stores. You know, I don't like to. I'm always respectful. I try to be respectful of the supply chain because I do not like the idea that anybody is being mistreated or not getting what they're supposed to be getting for whatever I purchase. So I'm really careful before, and also too, I don't buy things just to throw them out or just to get rid of them. Most of what I've had for a really, really long time. And what I do acquire that's new, even if it's like a dollar store item like this, I'm going to have it forever. Alrighty. Let's see now. I'm going to stop messing around, and I'm going to think about this now. Oh, I know. Next, what I really, really need is eyebrows because it's hard to look at me without my full eyebrows on. You start thinking that maybe I'm related to Spock because of this. But it can be fixed. We can do something about it. So. Yeah, Kevin Aquine, he had he was adopted, and in this book he talks a lot about he does makeovers of a lot of people, some of them famous, like Janet Jackson's in there, and I think Julia Roberts is in there if I remember correctly. There's so many celebrities in there, and it's a really old book too. Like, it's like, how could these people? The book looks brand new, but it's like really old. I have another one of his books too, but I just wanted to show you this one because this one was the one that was really a big influence on me, and that gave me something to study, because back then they didn't have internet, honey. They didn't have internet. I couldn't go to I had to go to the library or go buy books, and even if I went to buy books, which I could not afford to do when I was young, there wasn't that much available. There was like some modeling books by I forget, like Eileen Ford, and another model agent that I met who was really nice to me. Eileen Ford, was that her name? No, I don't think. And anyways, it wasn't. It was. I can't. Anyhow, so there's some brows. So at least I have a little bit more point of reference. Okay, I'm gonna use my Hard Candy Eyes the Limit eyeshadow primer. Try to do it all the time. Please do it. It helps. And when I used to, back in the day when I worked in cosmetics, eyeshadow base started being used more regularly. And it was like I had to talk myself into it, because I was like, really? This is something we're supposed to, because you always kind of wonder, like, how much does this really do? Is it just something else they're trying to sell us? We all wonder that, don't we? I assume we do. Even if you work for a company, you hope that they have your best interest. You hope that they're yes, breakthroughs in technology are gonna help us all out, and we're all gonna have whatever our dreams come true. Like, I already have my dreams come true, but I'm not complaining whatsoever. Technology is great, but like I lived before technology was like really all that necessary. No, sorry. I don't want to say that I don't think it's necessary. I think it's necessary. I think it's all great. I love the internet. I love all of that. But I think it distorts reality as far as so many things. I know you're probably like, duh, it distorts reality. Anyhow, let me just keep going. With my makeup now. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Hey, you know what? I fragranced my room today with something I love so much. Calgon Morning Glory Fragrance Mist. It smells so good. It reminds me of a very expensive Gallam fragrance that we used to. I used one of my favorites that I have that when I worked for Gallam also I promoted. It doesn't smell the same, but there's something about it. I don't know what it is, but ooh, it smells so good. it just smells, it reminds me of also, I think an old Victoria's Secret had one called Secret Charm. I think that this smells like the one called Secret Charm. And they discontinued it, those peoples. It's alright. You know they do that to us. Back in the day they did that to back in the day they did that to us. Back in the day they did that to people. I remember working behind the counter, and when I was younger, I started when I was 19, and I left the business right around when I was 31. But I wasn't there all those years. I was there off and on. But I worked in a lot of different stores, and I had so much fun. Okay, I already used that one last video. So I think that if you saw my last videos on my Elizabeth Arden Blockbuster from 2021 and 2020, I think that they maybe had some left over. But anyhow, my beautiful Blockbuster, I did both I used both of the lip colors, and then I did different looks on my eyes. More of a light eye look with a bold lip, and then a bold eye with the light lip. Oh, I can't believe I got through that. Like, sometimes it feels like I want to be entertaining, and I have so much to say, I really do. But anyhow, this was such a great deal. I got it on eBay, an aftermarket cosmetic seller, because I couldn't find it anymore after I learned it was available. It was a really great deal. For high-end makeup. Anyhow, I've been really been enjoying it. And I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put on a little... What I did before was my 2 other videos. I only used, except for my base, I only used everything from things from that kit. With no eyeliner, no lip liner, no anything else that I would normally use with my makeup. I just wanted to show what I could do with just that kit. If you had nothing else, what you could do with just that kit and your base, your foundation. And so so that's what those are like. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to use it along with some other stuff that I have. Just the way that I would use it in real life, not as if I was just trying to show it off. So let me see here. I have a lot of great eyeliners. Let's see, what's this one? This one is my, let's see, I used this one a few times, I think. Let's see. I find for me, black eyeliner really usually is the best look. I've got to get going, my goodness. I'm sorry, I'm taking so much time. Okay, I've got my Hard Candy black eyeliner. I think for me, eyeliner, just putting eyeliner on first is a good practice. So I wonder if you can see me, because I haven't used this mirror. If I turn it this way, what if I do this? Hope I don't knock anything off my desk. Okay, here we go. Like this, like this. Well, all right. If you can't see it, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try it. I'll try to do better. You can't see it, can you? No. I need to get better at this. I find as I've gotten older, because I don't want to pull my eye skin up the way I used to put on eyeliner. I use it like sideways and roll it on, and it's like, I feel like I have a little bit better results that way, and I don't have to pull my eye skin up. Do you use an eyeliner that you really like? Please leave it down below. I find another thing that as I've gotten older too, cake eyeliners are really good because you can apply them with a brush, and once you figure out how to do it, it's kind of weird to get used to it, but once you figure out how to do it, it's another really nice option so that you don't have to pull the skin around your eyes, which is like one time I was pulling the skin on my eye over here, and like I realized, oh my gosh, that I had like stretched it out or something, and that's so weird because it's like that didn't happen before. All of a sudden, surprise! But I'm not complaining. I like being older. I like being older. I feel way better. I'm way healthier because when I was younger, I didn't know stuff like Pepsi was poison. I'm sorry, Pepsi. I love you. I think you're great, but people shouldn't be drinking it the way they are. Or not just Pepsi. I shouldn't pick on Pepsi. Everything. Everything except for just, protein and vegetables. Stuff like that. Low carb. Dr. Atkins, he was really one of the first ones to really, he put his practice on, he was a cardiologist, and he put his practice on the line and went against all big sugar. You've heard of big sugar and all that, sugar lobbies. But he went against these big companies that, I don't want to say they're pushing sugar on us because I'm not for suggesting that. I don't want to blame or accuse or anything like that. I'm just saying that we have a responsibility, or not a responsibility even, because that sounds blamey too, but we have an opportunity to learn what makes us sick and what makes us feel better, and that, especially now with COVID and people running around who, I'm sorry, they don't care about other people, maybe people with immune. I'm sorry if you are one of those people. I don't judge you, but the music has changed, and now I think I'm going to go to a more upbeat conversation, because that's one of the reasons I'm doing this. Okay, why am I doing this? Well, now let's go to something else happy. I have been diagnosed with glaucoma, and the doctor that I went to said I have 5 years if I don't go on this really harsh medication. And I just I'm afraid of it because there's some weird side effects, and I was kind of sick. I'm sorry. That's another reason why I'm doing this channel. I was really sick I'm still not normal after I got bit by a tick. And I don't know what happened to me, but I don't know. I'm not normal. So if I'm going to lose eyesight, I want to do some fun things. I do a lot of computer work, and I do a lot of, music computer work where you're really focusing your face in the computer and you're doing editing. And I love editing, and I love doing music for like video games and for film and stuff. It's so much fun to me, but it's really, really time consuming, and there's a lot of, you're always with your face in the computer, and a lot of times it's common to have all-nighters where you're exhausted and you're sick, after you finish. You'll have to work a few 24-hour days, and then you take a break and then you get up, because your movie is due or whatever it is you're working on, and I love it so much. I really enjoy it so much, but now I'm sort of well, I want to do some things where I'm not with my face in the computer all the time, and I want to wear makeup more. I want to wear makeup again, seriously, because been a really long time since I did. So that's one of the fun things about makeup too. Is you can play with it. Makeup. See, I messed up my nose, didn't I? I'm going to touch up my nose with my foundation palette. The e.l.f. foundation palette. Do you know the e.l.f. foundation palette? The creme foundation? Cream? I love it so much, and I love that there's... Take note, please. Sorry, take note. Look at how there's different tones. There's yellows and pinkies and all that. I can use that different areas of my face. That's so ridiculously useful. That's 4 different bottles of foundation. That's what I'm talking about. I'm always blending anyways. You saw me put the really dark one on and the really light one blended to make this color that I have, which is, it's a little bit darker than I normally would wear, but I'm probably not going to do contour. I'm probably not going to do bronzer now. It did give me a little color, which is really nice in the spring. But, yeah, I'm going to take a little bit of the yellow base and go a little bit over here and here. Oh, boy. Thanks, Mac. I love the little voices. I don't usually go too heavy on the foundations, but as I get older, I find it just looks so much better. Okay, so now let's see. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to pull out some of these Elizabeth Arden eyeshadows that, oh, they're so gorgeous. And back when I used to work behind the counter in cosmetics, when I worked in Orange County in Southern California, behind the counter for a company called Ultima 2 in a department store there. On the other side, Elizabeth Arden was in the same bay, the same little counter space. And so I kind of had to learn Elizabeth Arden. I was not on Elizabeth Arden, but I had to learn some of it. And so I get to experience it again, and I've been enjoying it very much. This is the Day palette. All these gorgeous colors in there. I think almost anyone can use these. So I have had a chance to get to know this palette a little bit. These palettes that came, there's two gorgeous palettes that came. And I gotta say, I think that they're really, really nice. And they are superior to, I think, see, it wasn't necessarily the case back in the day that just because something was more expensive that it was necessarily, that you could tell it was any different or better quality. But sometimes you could. I used to work for Christian Dior too behind the counter, and I always felt that their products were superior because, specifically, here's how I qualify that. The shadows were very, very finely milled, and when you use them, they did stay on the eye longer because of that. And that's the main way. When you touch them, they feel silky. And look that, I just stuck my finger in there. Look at that pigment. It just came in. Oh wow! It's like, oh, it's really nice. I think it's a more fine and firmly pressed formula is really how I would say that I could qualify saying that it seems nicer to me. But not all eyeshadows were like that. I could never find that Clinique eyeshadows, for instance, were superior at all. I felt Clinique eyeshadows were kind of dry, but I haven't used any Clinique in a really long time, so perhaps they're different now. There was a let's see, who was it? Clinique. Estee Lauder. Estee Lauder has nice buttery shadows, or they used to. I don't know about them anymore either. But I know this one now, again. See, these companies change hands over the years, and this is like when I started working in cosmetics was in like the late 80s. 17, 18, 19. Like around 87, I think. And so I'm just using the darkest color in here, which is like, it is a really, it's a warm yellowy brown. Because I almost always go for that look. Or a smoke, like a real strong. Especially since I have the hooded eyes. I've always had them a little bit, but now I have them more than I'm older. I have them, more of them. But so I kind of got to go up higher, and I got to define this, otherwise everything gets pulled down. Okay, so I've gone in with that one. Let's see, do I want to go with anything else right now? I know I'm going to need these, so I think I'm going to go ahead and use one of these guys. I wonder, can you see this very well? Here, I'll hold it up here. Sorry, Kevin. Go. Kevin wouldn't care, would he? Seems so nice. So I'm just going to go up and do some of these up here. So, are you planning a trip anywhere? If you are, do you do capsule wardrobe? Do you do like the carry-on? I'm like kind of obsessed. I collect up all of these. I don't travel now. I haven't traveled in, it's been a few years now. And with COVID, it's okay. I don't need to. I traveled when I was younger. I traveled a lot when I was younger. Well, more so, not a lot, but I lived in a few different countries, and that was really fun as a performer. And I got to work on cruise ships as a performer, and that was so fun. You're just always traveling, and I would highly recommend it if you have a chance to do that kind of thing. I don't know about COVID now. See, I didn't have those problems back then, so there's different decisions to be made now. It depends on your family and all of that, how you feel about things. But if it's anything else, man, just do it. Don't even like just go towards it. Go towards what you want. Go towards it. Hey, you know what was super cool with this beautiful hat box kit? Also, this beautiful little Elizabeth Arden shadow brush. It's just sort of this nice little. It looks sort of like a blending type of. But I'm not really good on the brushes now. Back in the day, there were like 5-6 brushes. People didn't do the brushes like they do now. Everything is different now. Everyone has figured out new ways, and new and interesting products to offer you. And it's so fun. It's so fun to know that, like, oh my gosh, it's almost been 36 minutes. Oh my gosh, it goes by really fast. This is really fun. Oh no, I'm running out of juice. I think I'm gonna have to plug my thing in, and in which case I shall have a little sound that my wonderful little camera makes. I don't have an iPhone or anything like that. I use a neat little camera that I got a while back. Here's, by the way, the Elizabeth Arden. You know, by the way, this palette, one palette would cost like around $100 just to get. That's so pretty on the inside there. Gorgeous color story. Normally, I feel like now that I'm a little bit older, I avoid too much shimmers because that sometimes does the opposite of what you want when you're working with lights and shadows in your eyes and stuff, and you know. But I've really enjoyed this plum, or this is more plum, isn't it? That's more purple, but this, it looks kind of like a frost, but when you put it on, it actually, look at the reed, is nice and dark. Ooh, I really like it. You know, I've avoided these purples for a long time because I felt like they kind of bring out some of the, you know, when you get a little bit older, you have the dark veins in your body, your skin and all that, maybe they show up better. More, and I didn't want to, I feel like this will pull that forward, but that doesn't seem to be the case actually. So, okay, I got a little bit of, I just used this one, and so far that's the one that I have found I have reached for, and this one too, this really nice smoke color. Maybe I should see, I'm right-handed. There. But I mean, oh my goodness. I am using it all, and I am going to use it all. I think maybe what I will do is, this is a nice, like, it looks kind of like a nice transition, like a camel-y color here. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit of that. Oh, a little bit of Fallout, but I mean, Fallout was never a big deal. Like, it's like, yeah, that it's, I mean, it's a paint medium. Oh, this is a really nice transition color. This is, it's called khaki, but it's not really, it doesn't really look khaki. You know what, I'm sorry, I gotta get my swatching down. I'm not good at the swatching yet. Maybe I'll swatch when Mitzi wears this. Mitzi's really excited to wear Elizabeth Arden because she was there with me in those Elizabeth Arden days, and she specifically remembers a lot of things about Elizabeth Arden. So, yeah, so I'm going to give this little guy a break for the moment. And let's see. I think I'm going to use, let's see. Which one is this? This is the lighter, yeah, this is the lighter lip color that came in here. I'm gonna use that, but first I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do a little bit more black eyeliner. I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Color Show Kohl eyeliner Matita Ochhi, and I'm just gonna try to define my eye area a little better. If I have two, maybe if I have two. Anyhow, do you know of any really great body moisturizers that you love, like this Body Shop one, this British Rose? I love so much. It's a nice rose fragrance that is not overpowering, and I'm just a fan of roses. I'm a fan of flowers. I'm a floral designer. Worked as a floral designer, professional floral designer for a while. I wrote a book on floral design, and I did some floral design training videos for some online courses, and that was really fun. And I worked behind the counter as a floral designer in a few different shops in Los Angeles and also in Canada. Okay, working along that. So yeah, so for now I'm just sort of like trying to like just enjoy, my life and not worry about losing my eyesight too much, because and just like plan to do things that I wanted to do and haven't been able to do yet. Hey, this is this great Elizabeth Arden mascara called Grand Entrance. It's a little bit scary putting it on because it's got this 3-angled brush, and if you don't take your time with it, you might poke yourself in the eye. I saw a lot of people saying that was the case for them, and they were scared of it, and I don't blame them at all, because my life is not, I don't spend a lot of time with makeup, putting makeup on. I'm usually late already on my way to whatever. I put my makeup on in the car. When I get to the gig, I make sure, like, I get to the gig, I sit in the car, I put on my makeup, I have some coffee, I listen to music, I chill out, before I go to the gig. But I usually don't put my makeup on until I'm in the parking lot. And I'm almost always in a hurry, though, with my makeup. So I think if I were buying expensive mascara right now, although I really love this mascara, once I realized this is not a mascara for people to throw on their face. This is a mascara. Look at what it's doing already. I mean, I gotta look into what exactly award it won, but it's some kind of award-winning mascara. My lashes do not perform this well normally. I have trouble separating them. They're kind of long, but see, I'm going too fast and I'm talking too much, and I don't want to hit myself in the eye. But yeah, it's got these 3 sides to it. Here it is. That's the tube. Hope you can see it okay. And this thing, there it is. It's like, anyhow, yeah. So I gotta find out more about it to report to you, but I wouldn't recommend it if you're not like a person who's like really into makeup and like what a special mascara means. Because pretty much, the thing about mascara is keep it clean, get rid of it often, and that for me doesn't mean spend a lot of money on it, because I'm not going out all over the place. I wanted to do this channel because I've always loved makeup and fragrance and cosmetics and skincare and just products. I used to work in sales too, and I in cosmetic sales and fragrance sales. I was a rotator rep for a couple companies, fragrance companies, for Guerlain and also for Oscar de la Renta perfumes, fragrances. At the time, the company had Perry Ellis and what was it? Perry Ellis men and women. By the way, that older Perry Ellis, it's probably discontinued now. Perry Ellis for men. That was a really nice fragrance. And Oscar Pour Lui, Oscar de la Renta Pour Lui, that's a really nice men's fragrance. It's fresh. So see, normally I would be whipping this on really fast, but since I'm taking my time with this Elizabeth Arden. So, I want to say too that, you know, I don't remember what year this book was. I think maybe this book is a little bit after this experience that I had, but I remember one of the reasons why I want to put this book out and talk about it for a second is, or like however long it is, an hour. It's almost an hour now. The top of my coffee thing fell off. Is because I want to talk about like how glamour played such a big role in my life. Sorry to gulp my coffee, but when I was younger, like I was a heavy kid, and anyhow, as soon as I discovered makeup, I was able to have more control over the way people perceived me and the way I perceived myself. And I had, being an artist, I felt, oh wow, like look, I'm able to play with makeup, and makeup really reached out a hand to me because, you know, the problem isn't so much when you're an outcast. I think it isn't so much, oh, that you want people so much, oh, I want people to like me or whatever like that. For me, it was never that. Like, it's nice that some, you know, if people like me, whatever. But the main thing is when you don't look the way that society tells people that they are supposed to look. People don't just leave you alone. They act like an ass to you. And all I wanted to do was escape that. And so then I learned to, you know, wear makeup. And people started changing. People started treating me with more respect. They started treating me better. I mean, most importantly, people stopped being asses to me. And it was really weird. Like, I actually had an experience where one of the guys who picked on me when I was in junior high ended up asking me out. It was weird. I didn't go out with him. So that was nice, like, because at least when people feel like, you know, I don't know, you fulfill some kind of societal obligation that you're okay and you're worth not bothering. I don't know. But I feel really bad for kids and the disabled, the heavy-set people, or people who feel marginalized, or especially with all this COVID stuff, some people who have unknown issues. It's extra hard for them. My mom, I always had an elderly mom. My mom had me at 45, so I was always concerned for her. Hey, by the way, this is Annabelle Big Show Gel Lip Liner in Red is Love. Red is love, baby. Red is love. So that's a little bit of a brighter. I don't think I've ever tried this one yet. So I think I'm going to work on my stuff a little more, but I think I've almost been doing this for an hour and I can't believe it. I'm really enjoying myself. I hope someone else is. But if not, I think I'm going to keep doing it anyways, because it's really strangely fun to just talk about stuff you like. And now I have an excuse to put on more makeup, because I used to, like, you know, do performing gigs and stuff live where I'd, you know, show up. But nowadays I'm not doing that. But I don't really want to anyhow. I did a lot of that. It was really, really fun, and I loved that. But I'm going to go in with my Elizabeth Arden Mulberry Bush. that came in my beautiful set, and I'm going to use a lip brush. Oh, I hate to like, this is new, you know. Oh, such special times when they're new like this. But lip brushes are really great for getting in those, in the little nooks and crannies of your lips, which are there even if you're young. It's not an age thing. In fact, I would say it makes all the difference. You think, oh, and you just put your lipstick on. No, if you do this, it'll stay on longer too. So this Mulberry bush color, it's like a bluish rose. It's not really what I would normally choose for me. But to get it in my kit, I'm excited. And it is a really nice neutral color, and I would say, like, if you're looking to buy this kit, you can still get it out in the aftermarket. So I like to use a lot of red lip liners and then go in over that with other colors. I usually do like a few different colors and then highlighters and glosses on top of that. So I'm not really well, that's not true. When I go out, I'll use a nude with a little bit of a gloss. But now that we have the masks on and everything, it's not that big of a deal. Okay. You know what? I think I need to plug my camera. No, I don't, because I'm almost done. Oh, see, I want to do more. I feel like I'm not doing these products justice, especially they came with these beautiful highlighters. Oh, I want to show you, baby, these highlighters. I think you're gonna like them if you like that sort of thing, because I love them. Now every time I try to be, you know what, I'm getting more organized every time. But these are a little bit hard to open, so I'm using a device because I am not going to lose these yet. These are gorgeous, and losing expensive makeup hurts. These beautiful little highlighters that came. I think I'm just gonna go in with, like, which one? Let's see. This one? That's dark. That's darker for me. But you know what? That's dark. That's useful. That gold, oh my gosh, that gold can be used for so many other things. Eee! Do you know what made me feel really good about the internet? And I know you haven't heard that in a while. A study that said that people like to see people smiling. That's what makes people want to watch your video or whatever. I just think that's so sweet. People like to see a person smiling. So I thought it was really cool. Yeah, you know, there's a lot more I can do with this, but I think I'm a little bit, oh, but that is pretty, but it's to me, it's a little bit more, haha. Okay, so I'm almost done anyways, though. But yeah, this book, Kevin Auckland, it made me feel like, here, you know what, let me show it to you. I'm not done with my makeup, but I'm just gonna flip it real quick. There he is, Kevin Auckland. This book, I know it's old, but let's see, what year was it? And by the way, don't be shy to go use your library resources too. Like wherever you live, the library has great stuff. I think that's where I first found this book, in the library, because I know that my mom didn't have no $25, $35 to buy this book for me when I was younger. $97. So that can't be right. $97. So then what am I thinking of? Maybe there was another one. Maybe there's another Kevin Klein book before this. But anyways, this is a really fantastic book. And there was, oh, I know that Color Me something book. I'm just gonna, can you see it like this? There. It just gives a lot of really great advice. And I know there's all kind of YouTubers, you know. There's Naomi, as you know. Gorgeous, but I mean, he's showing you how he did makeup on Naomi, you know. I mean, that's fantastic. Kate Moss. Oh, there's Julia Roberts. Or that's no Vanessa Brooke. Oh, that's Vanessa Brooke. It looks like Julia Roberts. Margarita and Gigi. And some people. This is his sister. This is his sister. I hope I don't get copyright. I probably might get. But anyways, I want you to know this is a great book. And if you like coffee table books about makeup, you probably already know about this, but if you don't, or you're a young person and you just want to, like, you know, absorb makeup, and you don't want to necessarily always have your face at a computer to do so, this is a really great book. So yeah, I think I'm going to do a little bit more. I'm really loving that I can also experiment with makeup now. I'm going to use my Annabelle matte, perfect matte, translucent mattifying setting powder. You know, mattifying is probably not the best for older skin. You probably want to keep the dewy finish, but I just think this is super useful to just like, I reach for it all the time. And let's see, what else am I going to do here? I feel like I really need more liner. I like the waterline. It always looks better for me. See, that's a no-no. Don't pull your under eye area down like that. And don't poke yourself in the eye. 101. See? But you know how it is. It's just difficult to help sometimes. So anywho, I got my eye a little bit red there. Okay, now I'm going to go back in with my eyeshadow, my Day palette. I'm going to put some pictures up of this too so you can see everything that came in that kit. Oh, it's fabulous. I'm going to go back in with the lighter colors in this. Oh, by the way, I bet you can get these colors too. Eggnog and Pearl Slipper and Daybreak. I think these three up here. In. So, I'm having a good time playing with this makeup again. Even though it's not for a real reason except to talk about it and show it to people. And that's just as good as any other reason to me. Because I sure do like playing with makeup. But now I don't have to go get up on the stage and worry about it melting off my face or any of those normal everyday life things that you have to worry about, like leaving your makeup in the car in Los Angeles somewhere and then like some of it melts, or like, you know. So I normally use you know that thing. Ah, here it is. I'm sorry, it looks dirtier than it is. I need to wash it. But, there we go. So, yeah, I'm pretty thrilled with Elizabeth Arden products so far. There's some skincare that came in there I haven't had a chance to try yet, but I will, and I'll let you know what I think of that. In general, as I've gotten to where, like, as an artist, as a professional artist and a professional creative who works project to project, I don't have regular income like a lot of people do. And so that's one of the main things about buying expensive stuff is I love to buy expensive stuff. You know, sometimes I'm not all about that. But if I am going to buy it, like, I'm looking for the deal. I probably should have done that for about a minute. Wow, this is a really, really good mascara. It does seem to do a little curling on its own, I think. So remember too, whenever you get a lipstick that you don't like, in like a Blockbuster or whatever, you buy a lipstick, it's not exactly the color you were hoping because you didn't get a chance to try it on or whatever. You can mess with it with your liners and your highlighters and other colors. You can I almost always do that anyways. Like, I almost always use a lot of different colors and a lot of different things and blend. And that's just the way I do it. That's just the way I always have done it. So I said I was gonna go back with my my e.l.f. cream contour palette. And I was going to go in with that highlighter, and it's a pretty neat highlighter, and I'm going to do that now. It's always the thing that makes the biggest difference is just light and shadow. This is a nice, like a yellowy, it's like a nice warm color highlighter too. I think it's pretty neat. It's pretty effective. I've had these hereditary bags under my eyes, by the way, my whole life pretty much. It's not because of anything I did or didn't do. I just have them. So that's a little bit. It's best when you're doing this if you use brushes. But I just use my fingers. But on customers, I of course use brushes, and you clean the brushes after every use with alcohol at the counter. We always try to be pretty good about that. So I feel like I want to do some more with this look. I know. I think I want to do. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a little bit of gloss. One of my favorite glosses. Read My Lips lip gloss infused with ginseng, This color is called Pop. Not shoot thing. From the Balm company, B-A-L-M. I have a kit of 5, came with 5 of these. This looks like a wacky orange, but oh my gosh, this is like, I use this all the time just by itself. It's like actually a really pretty nude. You won't be able to tell over this stuff, but it just brings it all together. Love it. So I think maybe I should go back in and do a little bit more. I wonder if I'll end up speeding all of this up. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with the night palette. You've gotta be careful opening these though. If you do decide to buy it on the aftermarket, I'm going back in with my night palette. And where's my Elizabeth Arden? That's okay, I'll use my red one. I think I'm gonna go and explore a little more with, ooh, that pink is tempting. Pink is tempting. What will happen? What will happen if I put a little bit of that pink? Where? In the front? Out in the front. In the front. Ooh, that is kind of pretty. A little bit icy pink there. Oh, see, maybe I shouldn't do that there. That's a good example of like my overhang. I have an overhang right here. You can see it like, maybe if I look at you like this. That's not attractive. I'm not going to show you that again on purpose. But I got to put dark in that to, you know, counteract that. So I think I'll go with my smoke. Just smoke shades so much of the time are really what I need. Oh, that's nice actually. That brings everything up a bit. It does, doesn't it? Talking about, ask myself a question and I answer it. What's your favorite luxury brand? If you like luxury brands. Or, what's your favorite brand? It doesn't have to be a luxury brand. In fact, like it kind of bugs me when people just like, oh, it's just all about luxury. Like, you know, it kind of like alienates a lot of people. It's okay, like I understand to each his own, but for me personally, I don't want to be that person who alienates others based on that. So just, if you like luxury palettes, what's your favorite? If not, what's your favorite palette that isn't a luxury palette? I just love to know about palettes. I love to know about makeup. I love to know about, that's one of the reasons why I'm here. It's fun for me. And I also love talking about products. I love talking about body products and stuff like that. I'm going to do one more thing that I don't have in front of me. I've got to go and grab it. Grab it! And then I think I'll be just about done. Except for, you know what? No, I'm going to do a little more of the mascara because this mascara in extra coats is pretty sweet. So, one of the things about makeup that I think is amazing is that it's so transformative. And I'm not kidding when I say it changed my life. When I learned how to wear makeup, it changed my life. Well, for one thing, I didn't get bothered as much with people just, you know, thinking that I'm whatever, you're not good enough. Makeup, just, I don't know. It was magic. Magic! To me. And it, you know, it still is because I kind of thought like, well, okay, I'm not ever going to go back into working in the cosmetic world again, you know, but here we have this opportunity now to do these things, to be at home or to be wherever we want to be and just talk about stuff that we like and gain revenue from that. And I just think that that is amazing. Okay, so I think that that's good for now. I'm going to, I am actually going to, you know what? I have this really great Hard Candy Just Glow bronzer, $17.92. It came in a Blockbuster, a hard candy Blockbuster, which has so much amazing stuff in it. I'm going to use, let's see which, okay, I'm going to use simple little powder brush. I'm going to give myself a little bit of this bronzer. Bronzer almost always works for me to finish everything out. One of my favorite bronzers, I don't have it now, but one of the bronzers I was never without was my MAC, that one that came in that comes in that, still have it. All right. See, you know, I'm gonna hold up a bunch of products and let's see. I don't want to drop anything. I don't want anything to get broken, but okay. I don't know. I guess I'll find out. So, Mitzi's gonna get her Elizabeth Arden makeup done too soon. She's excited about that. So, thank you very much for joining me again. I just sort of wanted to enjoy the Elizabeth Arden and have a little chat with you and talk about a couple things. So, thank you again. Please like, subscribe, slap the bell, and say something, otherwise known as holler, if you want to. Talk about whatever makeup you like, or talk about just anything, you know. It's just totally cool. I'm just doing this because, like I said, I want to get the most use out of my eyeballs as I can, and re-experience the fun world of makeup and clothes too. Clothes, fashion. It's like, it's so cool now. You can just like, you can put on clothes and you can take pictures of them and you can take videos of them, and you don't necessarily ever have to go anywhere. You're not ever gonna have to walk in those shoes on a stage or whatever, you know, just walk in real life, but you can still have those shoes and you can show them and they go out into the world via this medium that we have. So I'm really thankful that such cool things exist. Anyhow, I hope you have a really, really great day, evening, week. I hope you're having a really good time. And thank you very much. And see you later.
Yes, I like it. I like it very much. You know why? You know why?
Why?
Well, I like it because it has that feeling like it's not gonna come off right away. I feel like it's nice and moist on my lips, but it's like, well, here, take a look. Well, I don't know if you can tell, but it feels very nice, and I like the color because I know that for my particular skin type, I know that a warmer red is good. So what's this color called?
It's called Sangria.
Oh, like the delicious, yummy drink. Something happened with your mouth. It's like that delicious drink. I know I had a sangria before, but I don't remember what happened after that. Anyways, continue, please. Yes, I really like that. That's very nice. All right, now we're going to do some of the eyeshadows that you can see right here. I'm very excited because it's been a long time since Bo was in the world of high-end makeup and all. And so now we're going to sort of enjoy it together again because I was there with her too. I was helping to show people the cosmetics. I mean, although I never did really get any credit.
I'm sorry about that.
Well, I know you used to do kind of like what you do now, where you would put like the colors on me to show people and things like that. And it was all right, but it's nice that I get credit now.
Okay, Mitzi. I'm really glad that it's all working out. You know what? I think I kind of got to move this along.
Me too. Well, I have an important engagement after this, actually. That's why I'm very excited about the Elizabeth Arden makeup. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to not talk too much. And then maybe these nice folks would like to see my engagement after this. It's very, very special, and I want to look my best. So here we go. Oh, don't make me dizzy. But I did feel a little bit dry. This feels nice. What is this?
It's called number 130. Number 130 Hand Cream Blanc by Arthur Apothecary. Very nice. It's like,
yeah, I know. It's like you said it didn't have a lot of ingredients. It had nice ingredients. Well, let the people can screenshot. There you go. So maybe later on you can screenshot or something because it's pretty nice. I think, where'd you get that?
I got it at Winners.
Sorry, folks, we had some technical difficulties, but we're back now. All right, we hope we don't run out of space because I'm using my very beautiful Elizabeth Arden makeup that we recently acquired. One of the reasons being that we knew we were going to be doing this channel, so we wanted to go back into the world. It's all just for research, and because we like makeup. Both of us, me and Bo, we both like makeup. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking now. Now you see, something about this nose today makes me look like 10 years younger. So if you could remember this technique, then maybe things will all come together. I would say that it's an improvement. Okay, here we go. Actually, I'm kind of in a hurry now, so now that you put on some of these things, I think, can we finish it up so I can move on along? Oh, okay, I didn't quite realize it. You know what I forgot, Mitzi? I forgot to put your foundation on your BB cream. I knew something wasn't right with my complexion. I thought that, well, never mind. Anyhow, the most important thing was Elizabeth Arden, and I do have to cut my visit short today. So let's finish it up, shall we? What did you use? Well, just Elizabeth Arden, the eyeshadows and the lip color. Like the Sangria. Alright, so, well, I think I like a little bit of lashes or cat eye or something. But you're gonna use some Maybelline? Alright. Oh, that's glamorous. You know I'm always for the glamorous. It's like, sort of like I have eyelashes on. Speaking of which, I've been having a little bit of FOMO about, well, for a long time, eyelashes were not in so much people, but then now everybody's wearing eyelashes all the time. But also, I feel like maybe they're starting to stop. Like, maybe they're not wearing the eyelashes, and I feel bad because I have them FOMO. Fear of missing out on the eyelashes. I think I would like to have some eyelashes. So, petition Bo, please write below if you would like for her to put some eyelashes in the budget for me. And because I don't know if she has extra ones sitting around. I think she's selfish. She's going to keep the only lashes she has for herself. I mean, maybe not, but not, she's not selfish. I'm not going to say anything now. Sorry, Bo. That's all right, Mitzi. I understand. I feel the same way about lashes. I like them too, but they're kind of mysterious to me. I've never been able to put them on very well. Well, I know I volunteered to help you, to be your practice hand, to give you a hand, as they say. I was going to give you a hand to put some eyelashes on me. Anyways, I like this look. I have to sort of be like, well, it's a very special occasion. Anyways, you're all invited. I will see you there, but by the way, you do have to dress up. Bye! And thank you, Elizabeth Arden. I really enjoyed it. You were like butter, honey. Like suede and butter. Sugar bean, I have to say, I really think you're special. Mwah! Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to take these two and make them into one through love, because we know love is what they really feel. So, with the power vested or invested, I'm not sure if the right word is vested or invested, but I don't actually have a vest on, so I'm going to say invested. Anyways, I now pronounce you, Mitzi. Yes, Mitzi, what are you doing? Well, my friends want to get married, and I said that I would help them out. This is a special occasion I was talking about. Well, I don't think you can, I think you gotta have, like, some kind of credential, like, you gotta be, like, a justice of the peace or something. Oh, but I'm a symbol of love, helping hand and stuff like that, well, I guess it's alright, as long as it's alright with my friends. I'm sorry, you guys. I know how you feel about each other, and I know this was supposed to be the day.
Well, I guess it's alright. Is it okay with you, Myrna?
Oh, yes, it's okay. I love you anyways. We don't need to be married. We just hang out all the time. You don't want to be carrying around, illegal documents trying to, say that we're married or anything. It's alright. We can still have the party anyways, right? Bo, we can still have the party, right? We have the refreshments and things for my friends, right? I did promise them a party later. I promised them a reception. Will they be disappointed? Well, I think we can work something out for them. We know what they like in general. Well, that's excellent. All right, did you hear that, guys?
Thanks. Thanks a lot, Mitzi. I know you really wanted to help us out.
Yeah, thanks, Mitzi. Well then, without further ado, it's just party time! Everybody get up! Everybody get up! I said everybody get up. Well, you don't have to get up. Just move around a little bit. Move around! Everybody move around just a little bit. If you can move around just a little bit, just move around. Because it feels good. Maybe it doesn't feel good at first, but after a while, usually if you move around, you feel good, like how exercise makes you feel good. Anyway, it has been a lovely day for me. I got my makeup done with Special Elizabeth Arden makeup. It's been years and years. And also, I helped my friends almost. If Bo hadn't showed up, would they been married? Does it matter that I'm not a justice of the peace? Can I just marry my friends? I am like considered sort of a symbol of love the world over. Like people say, I will extend you a helping hand, things like that. Hands across the water, something like that. There was like a Beatles song, or was it like Paul McCartney and the Wings? I don't know. Hands across the water, hands across the sky. I didn't write that. Is that going to get us copyright problem? The plagiarism. I'm sorry about that, because I don't want to get in trouble and I don't want to get the YouTubes mad, because I'm just here to try to ask you to like, subscribe, and slap and holler. I don't want to get in any legal entanglements. I didn't write any of that, but I didn't really say I did.
Talk to